All right, so I left my old job finally, and I went to another trucking company or whatever. And today was my first day. Today was my second day, but the first day it was just like drug tests, like paperwork and shit like that or whatever. But I want to say that today was my first day, like in the truck, I guess. And it was cool though, for real though. Like I seen a lot of videos for people saying this, you know, that, whatever about the job and shit like that though. But I feel like any job is, most of the time, is what you make it. And I feel like, shit, if you lazy, shit, you ain't gonna want to motherfucking like work no docks, and you ain't gonna want to like get out the truck all the time. Like you ain't gonna want to move around as much or whatever. But I feel like personally, that's what make a person a hard worker or whatever, or you know what I'm saying, somewhat like not lazy and shit though. I feel like it's a lot of people that's getting into trucking or whatever, and that's what they expect. Now my last job, I didn't like that because it was a small shop, like a little factory or whatever, and they had three trucks. They had a semi and they had like two dualies or whatever with like gooseneck trailers or whatever that I was running, and I was the only driver or whatever. But whenever it wasn't like nothing for me to drive, they wanted me to work in a little factory and help them produce and do shit like that, and that's not what I was trying to be on. Like I'm not getting into no trucking career to be working at somebody's factory producing parts and doing like production labor and stuff like that. So that's why I left that job or whatever, and along with a list of other things or whatever that I explained in probably the last two videos. But this job today, so I get there today, and I meet the guy that's training me, cool ass dude, and shit, we go out to the truck or whatever, you know, pre-trip inspection and all of that. Then we hit the road, mostly just drop-offs. Like we did drop-offs for like we did like deliveries and shit though, like the whole first half of the day, and then the second half was just all pickups. Now there is something that I don't like, but I didn't have to do it today because I'm training. But I do feel like once I'm not training no more, obviously I will be doing that and shit though, and it's gonna be a pain in the ass and shit though. I just feel like unloading a truck at the end of the shift, that's gonna be crazy though. Like he said it'd be taking him like 2 hours to unload the truck after you done drove all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, which it might not be that bad though, but like damn, 2 hours unloading a truck though. Like, and I was like, it's gonna take you 2 hours to just unload your truck? He was like, no, but shit, I be helping the other drivers. I just don't want to be at work though 2 extra hours and shit though, unload no truck though. But for the most part, everything seems simple though. Like I learned how to use the little handheld device, whatever, and do the little paperwork and shit like that. Put the labels on, scan the labels and all of that type of shit. But it don't really seem like much though. It don't seem hard at all. I don't think we have to like travel very far. I am local. I just feel like that unloading that truck gonna be killer though. Like that's gonna be probably the most annoying part about it. But other than that, everything seemed cool. I don't have no complaints about it or whatever. Today really my first day. Like I said, I'm just training or whatever. So today Tuesday. So yesterday was Monday. So today Tuesday, he drove. Tomorrow he'll drive, and then Thursday and Friday I'm supposed to drive or whatever. But I guess I have to wait for my little drug test to come back, which is gonna be cool. You feel me? I already know that. I ain't messing around with nothing, so I don't even care about that. But everything was cool though. They got real nice, clean, super clean trucks. Everything looked up to date. It ain't really no old shit. I seen some people at different terminals talking about like the trucks be breaking down, and I feel like that truck that we was in today was very smooth though, but I don't know. I might not get no good truck. I might get a good truck. I might get a bad truck. I don't know. But everything was clean, smooth though, and nothing about the job looked hard. Everything about my old job, they just made stupid difficult for nothing, for no reason. They just want to make a motherfucker life hard, and that was just it for me though. Like, you know how they say work smarter, not harder? These motherfuckers over there at my last job, they love to work harder, not smarter. I never understood why, and I won't understand why, because shit, what the fuck are y'all working so hard for though, when this shit is made easy? But yeah, I really enjoyed my day today. Get a cool, I think I had like a little 30-minute lunch, I think it was. I'm still on training pay too though, so training pay like $180 a day, and then yeah, training pay like $180 a day, and then once you get done with training, you be making like $300 something a day, probably like $350 some shit a day, like some cool shit. 300, a little bit over 350 or something. It depends on how many hours you get. But yeah, I don't get paid by like no miles or no shit like that. Local pay, you get paid hourly and shit like that, so I do fuck with that. One other thing though, like, I guess I don't like this either though, but it ain't gonna hurt me though, like it ain't gonna break me or not shit like that though. But I was told that we don't get paid overtime till after 55 hours. So I'm like, damn, like, he was like, you guarantee overtime though, like you gonna get some overtime. I'm like, shit, that's cool, but damn, 55 though, that's crazy. 55. I done heard people say like overtime after 50, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Even heard people say overtime after 45, but shit, really though, 55 hours? I keep looking back here, the police done, like 3 cops just went this way. I'm like, oh, this shit crazy. This is where I live at, and this ain't even a bad neighborhood though, but I see hella cops whipping up, but it ain't my business. I'm talking to y'all. I just feel like 55 hours is, damn, another cop pulling up. Look, y'all see him? Another cop, that's crazy. I feel like 55 hours is a lot, just to get to overtime after 55 and shit, like it's 56. That shit's crazy. But like I said, I ain't gonna let that shit eat me up. My trainer, he's super cool. I heard different types of shit about the driver managers and shit, which I ain't trying to be in none of their face, no way. I'm trying to go and do my thing and get back in, you feel me, and go home. One plus side of things for me is shit, I was driving, before this job, I was driving 41 miles to get to work, and then that same 41 miles back, that's 82 miles a day. Killing my shit, just killing my truck, beating my shit down. No diddy. I don't know why I said that shit though, but now I'm driving 3.5 miles to get to work and 3.5 miles to get home. That's 7 miles, total of 35 miles in a week, there and back home. So ain't no way I can be mad at that. So shit, that's a plus. Whereas I'm driving more than that 35 miles one way just to get to my old job, like, so I save a ton of money there. I was driving 410 miles there and back home a week. 2 weeks, 820 motherfucking miles. 2 weeks there is 70 miles. I'm talking about one full motherfucking tank of gas. Another thing, my old job, they was paying motherfuckers every 2 weeks. Now I get paid every week. That's crazy. Just 2 weeks getting paid. every 2 weeks is wild. Like, just think, like, you get your check and shit though, like, and that was really my first real, like, truck and trailer job and shit. I ain't gonna lie, that was my first real truck and trailer job. My job before that, I was a garbage truck driver, and that was cool though, but I wanted my truck and trailer experience. So I got that now, so I'm making do with that, making that work, whatever. But I think I'm a little getting paid every week. I don't get paid for 3 weeks now, but I still got I ain't tripping, I got a couple dollars, but shit, I just feel like waiting 3 weeks for your first check is crazy. And then after the 3 weeks, like the 3 weeks that you gotta wait for your first check, that's gonna be all training pay. It's gonna be all training pay. So I won't get my first, let me check my calendar real quick. I don't really give a fuck though, but I do. I won't get my first motherfucking, it's May 12th. I won't get my first like real check though. Like my first like full check, like driving and shit, no trainer, no training pay, till June 5th. That's wild. But I really do enjoy working there and shit so far. This my shit 1 day review. He wouldn't like, my trainer, he wasn't like trying to do like, he wasn't trying to make me do everything. He just wanted me to pay attention and shit though. So I paid close attention to make sure that I knew what he was doing. And then like, we had like six drop-offs. He did 3 and I did 3, whatever, but he drove the whole time. And the first 3 he did, I just paid close attention, and then I did the last 3, and shit, I did them all by myself. Like I was just making sure he saw what I was doing, but I had watched him so much and shit though, like I knew exactly what was going on or whatever, so I caught on to that with the little handheld thing. And then labeling the pack, like labeling the skids and shit like that, which is super easy, and then you gotta scan them in. The only thing I haven't done is, like I said, the dock work and shit. Once we got back to the terminal, he was like, shit, really, you can leave or whatever. I'll show you the dock work shit tomorrow or shit Thursday or Friday or whatever. Like it ain't really much to it and shit though, and I ain't trying to hold you up, which shit, I appreciate that, because I was trying to go home. But shit, I'm only getting training pay. I ain't getting hourly right now. I'm getting a flat $180 a day. So it wasn't like I was gonna earn more money staying there with him. So he was like, shit, you can go. Like, I already know how it is. He was like, it'd be different if you was getting paid, you know what I'm saying, your hourly wage right now and shit though. Like, I'll have you stay and help me or whatever. That way you getting paid for it. But shit, I'm just getting paid for it. You not. So I understand that or whatever. But yeah though, so I gotta learn that shit still, like how to scan everything into whatever dock I pull in, and that's about it though. So I can't say that I miss my old motherfucking job right now, because I don't. I'm probably never gonna miss that bitch. It's over with. And they were so motherfucking rude when I left. And I put in my 2 weeks notice to give them some grace and shit though, and just show them like, shit, I ain't gonna leave y'all high, dry, and dirty or whatever. But they were just so ungrateful or whatever. I really could have just quit, like just straight up quit and never came back. I could have did that, because my current job now, they wanted me to start earlier than I did, but I told them I wanted to put in my 2 weeks notice and shit. But I really feel like I just set myself back working my 2 weeks with them. That's how I feel for real. But I did work the whole 2 weeks, so I do have a full check coming from them. I do have a full check coming from them, so that'll be good. Like I said, what is Tuesday now? And shit, I get that Friday. Fill up the tank, all of that. Some groceries in the crib. Like I said, 3.5 miles there, 3.5 miles back, 7 miles and shit. I'm about to be on the most. going to work and going back home type shit I ever been on, because shit, I can't do shit right now though. Like I can, but I like what am I supposed to be doing? Like I'm gonna be working so much and shit, like, and I'm trying to stack this paper up though. Like I'm about to be working so much, like I'm talking about like 11, 12 hours shit. After that I want to come home and rest. I ain't trying to do shit unless it's the weekend. All that ripping and running, chasing up behind motherfuckers, I'm cool on that. I ain't got nothing to do but go to work and go home. Save my gas is way too motherfucking high. Gas is way too motherfucking high right now. I'm going to work and I'm going back home. 35 motherfucking miles a week. I'm put a half a tank in this bitch and be straight for 2 weeks. Half a tank in this bitch. You know what it costs to get me a half a tank? This is Suburban. It cost me motherfucking $80-$90 just to get a half a tank. No capping. Gas is high than a bitch right now. $80-$90 just to get a half a tank. Probably like $160, $180 or some shit. Yeah, about $175, $180 to fill this motherfucker up. I know that shit sound crazy. I thought when I was putting $80-$90 in my shit to fill my shit up, that was too much. Yeah, I thought that was too much, and it was. It was, but shit. Be on some work at home shit. Fuck all of that running around, all of the other bullshit. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, I'm excited about the job. Happy to be there. I'ma definitely be letting y'all know everything that's going on. This is a new journey for me. I'm happy or whatever. I had to leave my old job, and I explained to them that I wanted to elevate, you know what I'm saying, my driving career, and they didn't understand that or whatever. That's all I want to do. I want to make more money. I want to gain more knowledge, you know what I'm saying. I want to be able to get more, gain more, and just be able to do more, be an overall better man for myself and for my kids. And they don't understand that, and you can't make nobody understand what's going on with you or the kind of moves you want. And they know I'm driving. They knew I was driving that far to get to them. They ain't want to give out no raise. They want to kick out no extra cheese. Don't want to get no raises. Then they call themselves cutting overtime, talking about ain't nobody allowed to come in early no more. And then you had to leave on time. Like if your supervisor or manager didn't tell you that you could come in early or whatever for whatever project or workload that they had going on, you wasn't allowed to come in early. At first you was able, like if the shift started at 7, you could come in at 5:30 if you wanted to. Like if you really wanted to, you could do that. They start cutting back on hours and everything, and I'm driving super far to get there. And I got to get back home, and then I got a personal life. I'm talking about I'm doing over 100 miles. 100 miles. Driving over 100 miles per day. And I'm in Indiana too though, and I'm from Michigan, so I'm going up to Michigan to spend time with my family and shit every other weekend. Like, I done put so much money into this truck, it's crazy. But that was basically my first day review as a trainer right now with my current job. I think I got a good thumbnail for the video, so if you see the thumbnail, then you know what's going on. Stay tuned for more videos, man. We locked in. I've been trying to like lock back in and shit though, and bring more trucking content around or whatever. But once I get in my own truck or whatever, I'll be able to mount my own camera up and shit. I got my mic and all that type of shit right here. I'll be able to kick it with y'all a little bit more and just be a little bit more, bring some more interesting content, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want to do or whatever. But right now I'm training. I'm gonna see how this training week go. I also have to obtain my hazmat for this job. So I'm gonna see how that go too. It's a lot that come with that. You gotta take the hazmat course, then I gotta get background check, TSA background check and fingerprints, and then I gotta go down to the BMV here in Indiana and take the test, which I have been studying. It's an easy ass test. It's easy, but it ain't. It's a lot to remember though. But if you got a good memory, then you shouldn't have no problems. So that's what's going on right now. Once I finish all of that, I should be good and rolling. Probably even make some more cheese or whatever. You never know. Shit, I got the tanker already too though, so you never know. Like, I'm gonna see how everything go with this job. Shit, I might be wanting to haul gas, you know what I'm saying, or something crazy, or some oil or some shit. You never know. Like, wherever the money gonna lead me to, wherever the money taking me, wherever. Like, I'm just trying to level up in this shit, get my own truck, stay positive, stay away from all fuckery, you know what I'm saying, and maintain that mentality and be great. So if you like this channel, man, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, like it, comment, do all of that, you know what I'm saying. I love y'all. Till next time.